Hey, I'm here. What's going on? I'm Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And how many of you are musicians? All right. If any of you are musicians or love music, well, we have a musician on this morning who is taken, as we've said here in the headline of this show today. He's reinvented himself as a digital marketer and he's pushed himself out of his comfort zone to do so. Vasco, welcome to the show, brother.
Hi, David. Thanks for inviting me.
You're very welcome. Where are you calling in from, my friend?
I'm calling from Portugal, in the
Mm,
center, in a city called Castelo Branco, which literally means white castle.
okay. You're saying that's the name of the city or the town?
Yeah, the city.
Okay, nice, man. Nice, very cool. So tell us,
Mhm.
what has brought a a musician like yourself from Portugal, okay? I've heard one of the most beautiful places in the world, to onto the internet and then to find legendary marketer and start an online business. Tell us how that all came to be.
Okay, it's a long story, but I'll try to make it short. I've worked 9 years as a sound engineer in a major dubbing studio here in Portugal, in Lisbon. We worked with DreamWorks and Warner Bros. And Sony, all those major companies.
Mhm.
We dubbed their theatrical animated feature films for cinema.
Wow,
But
that's cool.
you know, I really love the job and the team. But I always get home late at night, and then I had many rehearsals at nights and at the weekends. I was working basically in a dark studio all day,
Right.
And 4 years ago, I quit my job.
Hmm.
And I quit without having any idea of what I was going to do.
Hmm.
Um, so the natural thing to me was to start looking online. Me and my partner at the time, we started a recipe blog. She was a cook,
Hmm. Hmm.
and so I started following some recipe blogs, and that's how I knew about affiliate marketing. Because I saw a lot of blogs making tons of money with affiliate marketing. And at the time, I had no idea how to start a blog. I didn't even know what WordPress was. So, but it was a good experience. But after 6 months, we stopped because she wanted to go through a route. I wanted to go through another route, and
Hmm.
we decided to stop. And at that time, because I in the studio, I had some knowledge of stock music, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, I experimented with it, and I tried to compose a stock music track, a corporate stock music track for business, and I uploaded it to a music site. And about 2 or 3 days later, I got a sale,
Hmm.
and I said, "Wow, it works." So, and I knew that stock music, it's a numbers game. So I started making every single day a track, every single day, until about 3 months after I started earning a full-time income just with stock music.
Hmm.
But it seemed that it reached a plateau which I couldn't increase, you know, and it was the income from stock music was great to survive and to pay the bills, but not to thrive.
Hmm.
So I started looking again online. What else can I do?
Yeah.
And to this day, I still sustain myself with stock music, but I also have other
Wow.
streams of income. So, and at that time, it was 2 years ago. I saw a video by Brian Brewer, you know,
Hmm. Yeah.
and he was promoting Legendary.
Hmm.
And I did the 15-day challenge. I even started a TikTok account
Uh-huh.
2 years ago, but
2 years
I
ago.
gave
Wow.
up because you see this?
Yeah. Oh, a dumb phone.
This is my cell phone. This is my cell phone.
Yeah.
But 2 years ago, my father gave me his old smartphone. I said, I don't want that. I don't want a smartphone. I'm great with this one. I said, okay, I'll keep it. So I tried to create a TikTok account, but the smartphone was so slow. It was unbearable to make videos. And despite that, all the videos were being shown to a Portuguese audience. So I wasn't getting any traction, no following, anything. So I quit. And I started a blog. This time all by myself. I started a blog writing about business tools and software and work from home, And I've been growing that blog since then. And last year, my father bought a new smartphone, and he gave me his old one, his previous that he had bought. And this is more modern. So I tried a TikTok account
Do you
again.
have that phone you can show us, since you showed us your? We can have a comparison between the two.
Okay, this is the one that I use for calls and messages.
The dumb phone, and then there's the smartphone.
Yeah. Because I was never into social media, I don't dwell on social media platforms.
Yeah.
So I only use it for TikTok, basically.
Right.
And to repurpose TikTok videos on Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels.
Yeah.
But I did a thing differently, because I didn't want my videos to be shown on Portugal.
Right.
So because all the content is in English. So I bought an American SIM card from T-Mobile on Amazon.
Yeah.
I resetted the phone to its default settings. I installed a VPN, and then I started creating content, and I saw that it was being shown on the US.
Right.
And
So if anybody's not US and wants to tap in, you're saying that you used a VPN and that was successful to be able to get to a worldwide audience?
And a SIM US card.
A US SIM card. Okay.
The US SIM card. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. But
You froze, David. You're frozen on my screen.
Yeah, he's frozen on ours too. He's frozen like this. He'll probably be back. I'm guessing his internet just popped off for a second. But keep going about tell us more about the SIM card, and just tell us about keep going on that point. He was going to make that point.
That's too technical stuff,
Yeah.
But it's important also.
Yeah.
Because I have seen many people on the legendary group having the same problem.
Sure. Yeah, lots of people have that problem.
Yeah. So if I can say step by step what I did, I bought the US SIM card on Amazon from T-Mobile. I reset.
Hey, sorry about that, Vasco.
No, it's okay.
My power just literally went off, so I had to come back on my phone. So yes, go ahead. Tell us how you got that account back.
Okay, so as I was saying, I bought the US SIM card on Amazon from T-Mobile. I resetted the phone to its default settings. I inserted the SIM card. I turned the phone on. I installed the VPN, and instead of downloading TikTok from Google Play, because it was linked to my Gmail account, and sometimes the apps come in Portuguese. So I downloaded the APK file. I think it's APK or APKG. It's the installation file of apps. So I found a website where I downloaded that app. I downloaded the TikTok APK file as a way to bypass Google Play. And it worked. I created a new account and I started getting lots of views and traction and followers.
That I have, I mean, you just said some things that sounded like you were actually speaking in Portuguese. You know what I mean? Like whatever you rerouted over the HK. This, can you hear me?
Sometimes.
Hold on. Let me try to get back on my computer. My power just came on.
Okay.
So, anyways, continue on. I mean, continue on with telling us about how, because I also want to talk about your blog too, as much as I want to talk about your TikTok.
Well, the TikTok, I decided to invest some time on TikTok because I'm terrible on camera. And I'm not very comfortable being on camera, you know, and speaking to an audience. And English is not even my native language, you know.
Yeah.
So I started the TikToks as a way to challenge myself.
Right.
And I've been posting every day 3 videos for the past 3 months. I just stopped a week ago. I've been getting some people to my email list, but
why did you stop, Vasco? Why did you stop a week ago?
Well, I stopped a week ago because I had scheduled content till a week ago, and I was focusing myself. I was focusing on my blog and music also. And although I was getting following on TikTok, sometimes I looked at my videos and I said, this is stupid. What the hell am I doing here? You know, I don't recognize myself here, although I'm having fun. You know, I'm challenging myself and having fun.
Yeah.
And oh,
sorry,
you're back again. Okay. And to this day, all my leads are coming from my blog, not from TikTok. Although my email list is increasing, all the leads are coming from my blog. So, and the blog, I know it's a long-term project, but it's really growing. Every week it grows, and that's what I want to focus on. And a different thing about social media content and blog content is that on social media, you don't own your content, you know?
Right.
On my blog, I own everything.
Yeah. That is a big difference. And, you know, there are a lot of bloggers who, like you said, in every different niche make a lot of money, specifically because once you rank a page, you know, and it's really not your website that's ranking. If we want to be more specific, see, language matters when we're describing things, so we can understand them and make sure that we're crystal clear about what is actually getting results. And with a blog or a website, it's the page that's ranking. It's not the website. You know, a website can be full of tons of different pages. And in your case, what you know, over time, the majority of the content that is going to be on your blog is going to be a blog post. And in those blog posts, I was briefly looking at your blog, and I came to, you know, this post right here, which was, you know, one of the posts that I got to right from your homepage. And you know, how to create a website using Astra and Gutenberg block patterns, whatever that is. I'm sure there's people who are searching that exact phrase. And if I was looking for information on that and I came to this blog post, especially with how you've outlined, and I would assume this is a WordPress plugin, a table of contents plugin. That's just what I'm assuming. This blog post looks very informative. It looks very, and I think that's the big thing that people that we have to understand about SEO, which means search engine optimization. And for those of you out there that don't know what that means, it means getting your website or a page on your website ranked on that first page of Google. When somebody searches for a specific phrase, plumber in Denver, Colorado, if you want either the home page, your home page, your website to come up, or a blog page on, a blog post on your website to come up or something. But the best way, over the years, people have done all kinds of what they called black hat strategies, where they were trying to basically trick Google into thinking that that Google should rank their post on page one, and so they would get backlinks. Hey, let me go and try to get my link. 100 websites, posting a link that comes back to my site. That's called a backlink, and that'll prove to Google that I'm so popular. And they're really just garbage links, and that's why it's called black hat SEO strategies. But the bottom line is what every single top blogger that I've ever talked to has always said is the number one way to get your blog post on the first page of Google is to deliver thorough, valuable, long-form content. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, completely. And I believe that the Google algorithm values contents more than backlinks. And, not all backlinks are made equal,
Yeah, right.
Having a backlink from a high authority site is better than a backlink from a low authority.
Right. So just to be more crystal clear for all of you who are listening, if Forbes, which I've been lucky enough to have Forbes do an article on me, and I think they're coming out with another one real soon. I'm not sure, but we'll let you know if that does happen. But that link, if they have Legendary Marketer on that Forbes site, and when you click it, it goes to legendarymarketer.com. That's called a backlink, right? Because it's a link out to my site, our site. What Google does is it looks at that and it says, wow, if Forbes, this kind of big hotshot authority site, is linking back from their site back to this site, Legendary Marketer must be a legitimate and popular and important website. And so we're going to give that a page on that website, or that website entirely, more authority. And so, yeah, it's a combination of good quality websites linking into your website. But as you said, and as I asked you, it's also about that quality content. And that's one of the things that I see that you're building up here down in, on this WordPress blog. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, I always try to make long form content. Even on, I try to monetize my blog through affiliate marketing. And the best posts you can make to monetize your blog is the how-to posts sometimes, and the best posts, the best software for whatever, the best, the 10 best, the 15 best, because those are transactional keywords. If I want to buy a piece of software, I want to know what else exists on the market. So I usually type best whatever I want to buy. So
Right.
I'm already in buying mode.
And quite frankly, for those of you who are doing YouTube, YouTube is a search engine as well. And it's really important that we understand how these different platforms work. How do they operate? Well, YouTube and Google are search engines, which means that me, the user, I go to that and I type something in, as you said, the, okay, I'm in the market for, an audio converter. Okay. So I type in best audio converter software, and lo and behold, wow, I go to Google and you know, it's got a list, and this post comes up number 1. This is your post. Oh, wow. 17 best audio converter software. Google and YouTube are search engines. Users get the ball rolling by typing in what they want to experience. Whereas, you know, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you're following people, and it's more serving you what it thinks you want. And so it's a little bit of a different, you know, many people have argued over the years, you know, that these are the best leads because they're typing it in and they're like intentional. Many of them are already, they're in buying mode. So although you may get less leads, the quality of the leads is going to be better. Do you find that to be true?
Yeah. In my experience, I do. And the only reason I started with the blog and not YouTube is because, as I said, I'm terrible at video, and I'm much more comfortable writing. And today, there are some AI tools for writing, you know, that help a lot. Of course, you have to double check everything.
Sure.
But they help tremendously.
And I'll be honest with you, it's not just AI, it's also cheap labor. My friend, and I'll plug him, he runs a company called The Hoth. He also owns freeup.com. I think it's freeup.com. It could be freeup.net, but it's definitely The Hoth. iWriter is another one. He owns all of these companies. And
you can outsource your writing.
You can outsource your writing. Okay. All 3 of those companies that I just named, freeup.com or .net, thehoth.com, and iWriter. I believe it's iWriter.com. You can all go to those companies and you can purchase content. Okay. And it's not already pre-written. You'll tell them specifically what you want written, and you'll give them examples, and you'll tell them how many words you want it to be. Vasco, approximately how many words do we have on this in this particular article?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea.
I would say this is 2,000 words. It's got a lot of images in it. Maybe 1,500 words. I don't know. Maybe 1,000. These are good. You know, the other thing that is really helpful in these blog posts, the ones at least that we all love to read because they're so informative. Why? Because they give us multiple. They provide for more than one sense. I can, I sometimes, and also they give us those visual examples. You know what I mean? It's such a big thing to be able to not just read something, but to be able to see it. Such a big deal. When did you realize that going the extra mile of getting the screenshots and showing the examples was so much more, so much more popular amongst readers? And how do you choose which image to put, and how also do you avoid any legal issues with taking screenshots of back offices, etc.?
Well, the only screenshots that I take are if I have the software. I take the screenshots in my computer using the software.
Okay.
If I don't have the software, most companies allow you to download a free trial. But if I don't have a software like that one, the first, it's a screenshot of the homepage, you know.
Right.
So, and I know many bloggers that take screenshots of homepage, and to this day don't have any problem. You know?
Yeah, there's something in again, I'm, I'm the furthest thing from a lawyer or an expert on law, but yeah, there are some protections for writers and in press and et cetera, to be able to to be able to publish pictures of things. If I had to learn the hard way with some of my marketing. I would get cease and desist letters from companies, telling me kind of, "Hey, you can't do that," and I was like, oh, "Okay, sorry, I didn't realize that was a line that I just crossed." So, okay, so what else could we or should we know or can we learn from you about this journey that you've been going on with blogging and how how I mean, you've even got to start a blog post here, which
Yeah,
is
that was one of
fantastic.
my first ones.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with the blog is that the blog is like another blogger says, a blog is a living entity. You know,
Yeah.
you can update your content over time. If you see that the blog post is ranking, and if you start updating, Google will see that, oh, this post is getting new content, is live, you know,
God,
is alive.
this is so good, man. I mean,
And
the way that you've got this table of contents, function over here that as you're scrolling, it continues to show up. I mean, it's so functional, man. It's really, really good.
I'm a little geek with it, you know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to spend hours trying to figure that out.
Well, I can tell that you take pride in your work. And I think, how can people learn from your attention to detail? I mean, this isn't just a blog that got thrown together. I mean, this has got all the right stuff. I mean, you've even got your affiliate disclosures in here. You've got banners over here. You're using your real estate in a way that's so productive. Obviously, all embedded throughout each link are affiliate links, and anybody who knows, as you said, it's a great way to build up a solid foundation. As you said earlier, you're still living on the affiliate income from the music, the stock music that you're selling from those niche blogs you set up a couple of years ago. But I can tell that you take a lot of pride in it, not only from looking at it. Clearly, the end product is beautiful, it's functional, it's great information. But I can also tell by the way that you're talking about it that you take a lot of pride. This is like a personal canvas, and not that you're emotionally tied up in it, but it's a representation of you and your work, and you want it to look good, and you want the information to be good. And it just sounds like it's something that's more than just a way to make a quick buck, but you're actually really trying to provide a quality product to people. And what's the beautiful thing about it, and I want to point this out to everybody, is you don't even have a product to sell. Your product is the value that you deliver in the bridge that you build from where they were when they were looking for a solution to now leading them to that solution, basically in a safe and comfortable way, and saying, look, this is this can help you go with confidence and buy. But anyways, does what I said feel like it fits?
yeah, I like that my blog feels nice to whoever is reading it, and to myself also.
Yeah.
What else can I say about the blog? Oh, there's a great thing that I had no idea it would happen, is when your blog starts growing and you have lots of affiliate links, and you speak about brands, sometimes they'll start reaching out to you. As an example, I have a blog post that it's not ranking. I mean, it's not ranking on the first page. And it's like the 23 best web hosting services. And I had a company that was on the number 14, I guess. And their affiliate manager reached out to me and he said, "Hey, I would like to our company be moved to the first 3 positions. Can we get to an agreement?" And I said, "Yes, or you can give me a backlink." Or she proposed to double my commissions.
Wow.
So I moved that brand to the number 3 position, and my commission has doubled for that. So, and like that, there are a lot of collaborations and strategies that you can use when your blog starts growing and people start reaching out to you.
Yeah. Wow. What a story, man. What a story. That's a great example
And
of
when a post starts ranking, it can stay there literally for years, you know,
yeah, for sure. For
which
sure.
is great. Which is great.
Yeah, I mean, I know people who single blog posts have made them, an obscene, a ridiculous amount of money. And so, and the most beautiful thing is it typically becomes fairly consistent, and it happens on an ongoing basis because again, it stays there. And Google doesn't move things around, too quickly. So, if you come back and you update your post, I know a lot of people who will say the 27 best dictation softwares for 2021, and then they'll come back and update that for 2022 and even update the post. And if you keep that content relevant and you actually really treat if you're writing a blog or if you're curating a blog, you're really like a media company, and it's really about that is your product, that is your, and it's, as you said, there's a lot of reasons to take pride in that because you do own that. And you would have to do a whole lot to have the hosting company delete your hosting. You could take your site and usually move it to another
Yeah.
hosting platform before you would ever lose any of your content. And you also have rights because you're a paying customer of those hosting companies. And if they were to ever screw anybody over, there would be, tens of thousands of people, and their business would likely go out of business overnight because now all of the customers would be scared that their content also could get taken down. So you've got rights and you've got leverage. And at worst, the worst thing that could happen is a hosting company comes to you and says, "We no longer want to host your content because we don't like the theme, we don't like the topic, and we don't, like your position, and or it's against our terms, and we need you to move it to a different, a different hosting company." And so then you scramble to go find another hosting company, or you set up your own servers, which some people do as well.
Not for me. No, right now, my life, my business, my online business is divided into stock music and my blog. Sometimes I go weeks straight only on the blog, and then I stopped and, oh, it's too much. I'm not a blogger, I'm a musician, and then I go back to music. And then when I see that music, I can't scale music as I want to, I go back to blog, So it's a ping pong. Or I'm writing music and selling music, or writing blogs.
Yeah. Well, you've given us all a lot to think about this morning, and also just I love that blogging is not the most sexy and it's not the most popular strategy, but it's, it's so consistent and it's so reliable, and if you do it right, it can produce such results. But it really is a commitment, and that's one of the things for people to really understand is, TikTok or Instagram or something is a much easier way to get into online marketing if you can overcome that uncomfortability of being on camera. And I love how you have also pushed yourself to be uncomfortable. I heard that loud and clear, and I hope you'll continue to do that. But blogging is a true commitment because you're really truly building a product, you're building a brand, and you're building a really a place that people come to get information, because you have so much room to go into detail, sort of like a YouTube channel. People will use your blog sort of oftentimes can use it as a manual. They could use it as obviously entertainment, but in this case, most of the time, people are using blogs like yours as manuals or as a validation to, they're shopping for something and they just want somebody else's opinion. And you just happen to, if they click your link, get the commission for that sale for the product that they were already going to buy. People, that's the thing to understand, is they were already going to buy it. And if I can create a piece of content that could give them further information to help them either say, yes, this is for me, or, ooh, that's not for me, and thank you for letting me know. It's a powerful thing. And I look forward to watching your blog grow and watching your business grow. And I hope that you'll keep going and come back and continue to keep us posted and show us how big and how successful a blogging marketing business can really be.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I like to see a blog like a piece of digital real estate,
Yes.
It grows over time, its value increases over time.
True.
And it's a project in the long run. And even last year, I was about 6 months. I stopped writing on my blog for 6 months, and it started increasing. The traffic was still increasing.
Right. It's unbelievable. I mean, the only two things that I've ever seen do that is content on YouTube and content on Google, and it's because of the way that, those platforms work. They're powerful. They're not to be ignored. A lot of you may jump on TikTok at first because it's really easy to get started with, but over time, absolutely, you might want to consider building your central hub. And that central hub is most of the time going to be your blog. There are other things that you can do to create a central hub. Many people use Facebook groups. Many people use Discord channels. Many people use things like this. There are things that create that sense of community and that sense of delivering information. But the thing with a blog is it still is different from those two things that I just mentioned, because that content, as you mentioned, can just grow and get, Google will continue to push it to more and more people, or it just maintains that number one or number two or a spot on that first page and just sucks in traffic from that phrase or that word for, years and years. So it's awesome, man. I love it. And I was really into blogging several years ago and actually owned a company, and we had a blogging network in the company, big WordPress blogging network that we just set people up with blogs and had 250,000 people blogging. It was insane. So
YouTube is king, but Google is queen,
There you go, my brother. All right, Vasco. Well, I will chat with you later, and please keep up the fantastic work and come back and keep us posted on your journey here in a couple of months, would you?
Okay, sure.
All right, Vasco. We'll talk to you soon.
Me.
All right, man. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, my friends. Have a fantastic Tuesday, and remember that there's going to be some things on the show that apply, and if they don't apply, let them fly. You don't have to do it all on day one. Just know that you have all this value and content in your back pocket, and you can either use it now, you can use it later. Either way, we just want you to have it. So keep watching, keep tuning in. Go ahead and text the number on your screen right now with the letters WUL, and make sure that you get a text message reminder every morning when we go live at 10 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. Be legendary. Get out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.